Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Bahrain Now, your source of local initiatives, happenings, talents, trends, and personalities. I'm your host, Khalid Hidris, here to talk you through our exciting lineup of segments and personalities from around the Kingdom of Bahrain. So don't go away, we'll be right back. A team of 12 students represented the Kingdom of Bahrain at Vex World Robotics Competition, which is the largest robotics competition in the world. The team from Creativity Private School took part in the high school category with a robot designed and built to match the requirements of this annual event. To speak more about this, we have with us here 4 members of the team: Fajr Yasser Al-Jar, Bayan Arif Al-Alawi, Ali Mohammed Al-Qaid, and Salman Adil Al-Kohiji. Welcome, guys, and thank you for joining us on Bahrain Now.
Thank you.
So I'd like to start, Bayan, by asking you to introduce us to the VEX World Competition. Can you tell us a little bit about what it is and what it entails?
Yes, of course. Okay, so Vex Robotics World Competition is a worldwide competition consisting of more than 3,000 teams. And in each team, there are a minimum of 5 students. We compete against 800 teams, and it was divided according to the 4 categories based on age. There were more than 50 nations who joined the robotics competition. And the largest robotics competition was recorded in 2018, okay, in the Guinness's book. Yes. So then I would like to say that the Vex Robotics Competition is not like only a competition, it's an annual event that lets the students or the champions to gather and compete together, okay? So then I would like to say also that for me, the best moment there was the Parade of Nations. It was so exciting, everyone enjoyed it. Like there were nations, representatives holding their flag up high, and this was like so, I had like very nice experience like watching and holding the flag up high.
That's amazing to hear, and it's really nice to see the youth of Bahrain participating in such global events. And on that note of patriotism and everything, Fajr, you represented Bahrain during this event. So can you tell us a little bit about how that made you feel and what your experience was like?
Sure, of course. First, let me take a moment to thank the Ministry of Education for their support throughout this journey. So everyone was fascinated by our participation in this competition because it clearly depicted our traditional and cultural values. Our booth caught people's attention with its cultural elements to give those people a taste of Bahrain. Such elements include pottery craft, zalabia, mettai, and halwa, of course, we had to bring it. We also had oud, which gives those foreigners an insight about our traditions. Not only that, but did you know that our booth was the only booth to have henna services and to interact with other people? It was very nice. In fact, we held over 10 bags, if not more, full of Bahraini giveaways. It was quite hard to manage, but we managed to get through it. It was manageable. Something I noticed about the people there is that as we spoke to them, they were shocked by our capabilities and our fluency in English. They were always asking us, is English your first language? And they were shocked by our answer that no, it's not. We always told them, no, it's Arabic. And something I really liked about our experience, this whole trip, is the Parade of Nations that my teammate Bayan mentioned. This experience was very meaningful to me. When they called us on stage, I was very scared and frustrated. I didn't know what to do. But the moment I walked on stage, everything changed. I became happy. I felt wonderful. I felt like a celebrity hearing all those people. And it was a life-altering experience. Our traditional clothing highly impacted the people there as they cheered for us. This opportunity is an opportunity given to us by our school, in which we are very proud to represent our country there. Thank you.
And honestly, I think you guys have done an amazing job, and it's always great to see especially a country as small as Bahrain, always get involved, especially with the youth, like abroad and, you know, on an international platform. Now, I'd like to talk to you, Ali. Tell us a little bit about this robot's design and what it can do.
Yeah, actually, the process to design a robot has many stages, starting with identifying the needs, going to defining the problems, then solving these problems by doing some individual researches, and going to the last part with having the brainstorm and collecting the most suitable idea to make the robot. Then the hands-on work starts with building, then testing. So this cycle continues until the competition reaches, and also during the competition. For example, we had the robot. After each match, we take it to the practice field and test it again, so to maintain the robot for the next match. I can show you now how the robot can work. Like, as you can see here from the front, we have the intake. It can take the intake can take the discs from the floor and put it to the disc places. And from the disc place, it can take it to the shooter and shoot it to the baskets to score the points. Also, we have these ropes. At the end of the game, we should cover as many tiles as possible. So we will use the pneumatics, fill it with air, then click the button so the ropes can shoot at the end of the game and cover as many tiles as possible at the end of the game. So it's a game changer. I mean, it's a game changer because maybe you didn't score any discs, but with the help of the ropes, you can win the game actually. I can show you now how it works. So as you can see, you can take the disc from the floor.
Oh, wow.
The disc place. Take the shooter to the basket. And the ropes can shoot like this. And
That is
that's all.
amazing. That is absolutely incredible. I mean, I remember when I was like younger, like anything to do with robots was more like in the realm of science fiction. To see the fact that robotics have actually been actualized and the fact that you guys are representing Bahrain in this field is absolutely incredible. And I want to continue on that note about the field of robotics and ask you, Salman, when did your interest in robotics start and what made it possible to get up to this stage?
Ever since 4th grade, our school has been the best in the robotics field. The school participated since 2012 in the robotics, in the Vex Worlds, and I saw the seniors coming back every time with trophies, so I got inspired and went to get in their shoes. Throughout the 9 years I participated, 4 years I attended in the Vex World Championships. I gained a lot of skills. Let's put it at the engineering skills, which by the way is my major role in the team. I gained leadership, communicating with new people, working under a lot of pressure and working with a team. So that helped me a lot. We have a department that is exclusively devoted by the robotics, which is all led by students, from our HOD Noura Bassam to staff. This department would have never been achieving anything or what we achieved or what we reached without one person. She gave us all the support, Ms. Muna Salim, our CEO. We would like to thank her for all her support throughout the journey.
So big shout out to her. And I'd also like to ask you another question, which is, you know, now you're quite young. You guys have all got your future ahead of you. How do you see your horizons for the field of robotics broadening in the future?
As I mentioned earlier, the skills that I have acquired has a lot of effect for the future, the major I chose. So it has a lot of effect. The major I chose. Using robotics opens a very big view for people who want to choose their future. As many of my friends who graduated, they find their passion in mechanical engineering, actually because of when they participated in robotics.
That's an amazing answer, and I think you all have a very bright future ahead. Fajr, I'd like to ask you, if you had to do this event again, what would you change this time?
See, the process of improvements in our field is unstoppable. However, as we grow old, we have to fare well with our seniors and become seniors ourselves to take their roles and step into their shoes. As my teammate Salman mentioned, the department is solely run by students, so obviously the next batch will take over their roles. Plus, our alumni never left us alone and they keep coming back to help and guide us. Moreover, I'd like to thank Ms. Mona Salim once again. Throughout this trip, we've been very hard to handle with Ms. Mona, but she's always been there for her, so a big thanks to her.
It's really amazing to see how this is such a community project for all of you guys. And really, I do hope that this is something you guys carry with you into the future. And to conclude, is there anything that you guys want to add as well?
No,
you.
that's all.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the youth of Bahrain are a shining example of dedication, creativity, and ingenuity. Stay with us. We'll be right back with more after this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. The Tree of Life Charity Society is celebrating its 11th year since its founding in 2012. The organization takes pride in sustaining the needs of over 880 orphans, 450 widows, and 1,300 individuals from needy families registered within the charity's roster. Every month, the charity provides food for needy families alongside other needs being fulfilled. And to talk more about the Society's role and initiatives, we are pleased to be joined here at the studio by board member of the Tree of Life Society, Mr. Ali Al-Dailami. Hello and welcome, Mr. Ali. How are you?
Thank you for hosting me today. Today is a day I would like to talk about our activities, which is how it started. The charity itself. It was a dream from two brothers, my brother Adil and Khalil. That started from our house when my father passed away. We thought that let us do something to serve our community and our country. So then it comes the idea of charity. So that's how it started, with a very limited resources. Today we have hundreds of volunteers who work with us. Even the name of the charity was selected very carefully because we represent whole Bahrain. We don't want it to be part of an area or city or any nationalities whatsoever. So we thought that the Tree of Life, which is a symbol name, represent a hope, represent a survivor in a desert, thriving in a desert with a very limited resources. This is how we have started. So hopefully this plan which we have and objectives we have continue for the coming years, the other generation who take over from us, and to do it in a better way and serve this country, this beautiful country and beautiful people we have. We have a lot of people who really on a monthly basis donating to us, giving us on a monthly basis. But our expenses are very high. Now we talk more details about what the activities we have. If you have any question, please go ahead and tell me.
Thank you. I mean, that was very eloquent, and I do love that you chose something so national to represent your society, and especially a tree is quite fitting, especially in the case of families and showing community. That is beautiful symbolism to choose. Now, I would like to ask you a little bit. You guys are quite involved with orphans,
Correct.
and our culture especially puts a very strong emphasis on family.
Exactly.
And I know from a little bit of the talk we've had backstage that you do interact with the children yourself. Can you tell us a little bit about how rewarding that is?
Yeah, it's a beautiful moment when you sit with them. Imagine those 880 orphans which is registered with us. Once upon a time, they had a father. They had just lost their father, and it's become overnight they don't have a father, and they just become an orphan. So when we sit with them, we don't consider them as an orphan, we consider them as our children. Because I'm a father, I have grandchildren. I really feel when I sit with them and we play with them, and that's why all our programs, is, in yearly programs, we have hundreds of different activities just to bring those children back to the norm. We have noticed they have a fear, anxieties, both mothers and the children. And we cannot fill all the pain, but we can minimize it at least. So the way we have worked together as a team there, we're really focusing on their education. We wanted them to be a good citizen. Because if we don't do it, we don't know what will happen to those 880. Numbers are increasing. Our activities are day by day increase to them. I mean, we focus on education in a way that we have yearly ceremony for excellent students, especially orphans. And from the grade 1 until 12, we reward them, around 400 to 500 students. And among those 400 or 500 students, we select the best with the high scores, which is 98 and above. We take them to a picnic where it's outside of Bahrain, like we send them, or they have been to Turkey, and we send them to Bosnia, to Dubai. We try to minimize the pain they have. And also we want them to be a good citizen, as I said earlier. Another activities which we have 25 professions were enlisted with us. We watch individual in which skills they are good at it. For instance, some of them are good in sports. We make sure that they are going wherever they like to go. Or an drawing artist, or Toastmasters, or for a girls, cooking, stitching. So there are 25 items are there, and we support them. Some even from the nursery we support. So the activities are going on during the whole year. Every month we have. So those 880 kids, why we do these activities? Because we want to show them that you are not alone. There are some others having the same issues that you have. So that's why we personally involve ourselves with them. I go there, my brother, Khalil, Adil, and other team. We have a big team members. The other things we do for the doctor, for these activities we have arranged around 8 doctors, specialists, surgeons are serving those orphans without charges. They meet once a year or twice a year, and they evaluate all the cases, and they developing whatever the kids required. We have also hospitals which are supporting us for those orphans. We have yearly annual Umrah. We send them to Umrah, to Hajj, teaching them Quran. So activities, if I listed down for you, there are hundreds of things we do. And we are not getting tired. We wanted even to do more, although it takes a lot of time and energy, but it's a different energy. We came from the experience of, we have been general manager, and we go home tired, but when you work with the orphans, the environment is different. The feedback you get from the children are different. The smile when you see in their face are different. That even is different with your own kids. Their smiles, you feel it totally when you differentiate between your own kids and with those orphans. Believe me, it is different. It's go deep inside you. It gives us a lot of energy to do more and more and more, and we never get tired. So I really recommend that at least once a month, visit us or visit any charity, and you will see the first benefit you get, it's you. It's not us. And I would like also the people involved in more in voluntary things. Whatever we have any exercises or any games, please come in, visit us. This is a short-term activities we have. We do have also a long-term activities for those orphans and needy people. We do a lot of during Ramadan, and monthly basis for needy families. We have food supplies, whatever they require, like house appliances, shortage they have, electricity, whatever, we support them. So the amount of activities and expenses is too high. So we really recommend people to come and visit us and donate for those people which we have, especially the children we have. So what I want to say that even for the long term, we have a program where we don't just want to be with them until they become 18 years old, adulthood. We want to continue with them, and we are doing it until the university, until they graduate from university. They become engineer or doctor or teacher. That is the program we do have, and we have started already. So yes, it is hundreds of items going on every day. Teams, groups of our teams are working 24 hours a day. And the beauty of it also that Bahraini are nice people. They got a lot of supportive, and whenever we have a certain campaign, it works with us. Today, maybe you would like to talk about the social media. It's really one of the big important tool for us. We can now talk about the real stories through the social media, which is that the past there wasn't, people, they don't know what you are doing. So that's really social media and Instagram, TikTok and whatever. We are trying to use it as maximum as we can. So this is briefly, in a few minutes, I could say what we are doing. So if you have any other question, please
It
go
is
ahead.
honestly absolutely amazing to see how holistic your society is, that it takes into consideration the development of the child, the education, their individual skills as well. I mean, you know, you said that you're a father and even a grandfather yourself, so you know how hard it is to accommodate even the needs of every individual child. And so to see your society doing that is absolutely incredible. Now, you actually mentioned something that was exactly what I wanted to ask you, which is about the stories. Is there any specific story or situation that you've seen that really resonated with you personally?
There are hundreds of stories. I mean, imagine a kid who came to he lost his father and mother during the corona. They were 3 to 4 years old. No one has it. Even the family was, mother and father, they passed away. So we really, when we see those kids, it was really hard feeling for us. And when they call you father, Baba, or father, that responsibility increases on us. And it's on daily basis we see similar stories that they are confused. People, when they go to school, the people, they talk about their father. And they're young, they're 3, 4 years old. They don't know exactly by the time they've grown up, they know the importance of their father. So that's why we want to play the role of the father with them. You just want to just be there as give up X amount and we know. We want emotionally to be there. We want to be involved in their pain. When they have any questions, our door open for all the kids. And as I said earlier, the team, when we travel, we make sure that one of our members, especially my brother Khalil, he makes sure that he is there as a father, and they call him Baba Khalil. So it's very important for us. So about this story, there are hundreds of stories. That's why I prefer people to come and visit us there and to see when they come to us. You can ask them; they will tell you. So there are many of sad stories. At the same time, those sad stories, we try turn it to the positivity, try to turn it to good story for them, because we see the improvement, the development on their skills since they joined us. So that itself is encouraging us to spend more time with the kids, to bring them to empowering them to the level that they can serve in society in a good way. So that's the whole plan for the management of the Tree of Life charity.
You know, there's when you were talking, especially about how the society, like the charity, is involved in a level that it almost provides like an emotional role, like a parent. It comes to mind the expression "it takes a village to raise a kid," and you know, it is absolutely amazing to see that your society is fulfilling this role quite literally.
Yes.
You know, so I think that you guys are doing a very amazing job, and you clearly interact with them yourself, which is something usually when we think of charities, we think of more of like a organization. We don't think about people interacting.
Yeah.
And on that note, I do want to ask you, what are usually people's reactions to your work? Like, what has the general feedback been of the society?
Oh, well, the last 3-4 years, I think we had a fantastic feedback. We can read the messages when you send any on the social media, the feedback we receive from them. And that itself is a big rewarding for the team members, because there are hundreds of people are working behind the scene. Nobody see them. They are not in the pictures, but they're really working hard for those kids. Yes, alhamdulillah, the support you are getting, the donations that people are paying on a monthly basis, on daily basis, some of them. Early morning, there are people every morning, sadaqah, they pass through the benefits to us, and that's going on. So we have a big dream, which is we wanted to have our own headquarters, which is at the moment we have a small villa, which is rented at SAR. It's not enough for the numbers we have, as you said, 1,300 needy people plus 440 widows. And those mothers also, we gave them medications. There are consultancies where they can go to any doctors whenever they need any help. And the kids, of course, the children of orphans. So we are really thinking now, Sadaqat al-Rahmah is a program we have recently, for the last 1.5 years, we try to have some enough money to build that headquarters. Hopefully we'll find some good donate an organization or banks, whatever, who support us to build this, because really we need it. We needed to build more classes for those orphans. We need multi-purpose halls for them, and also when you look at it as a sort of a commercial shops where we can get a sort of income, fixed income for our expenses. So this is the dream we have, and we have started. Hopefully one day I'll come here and say, wow, we did it.
Inshallah, we're looking forward to that day.
Thank you.
And I really want to ask you a bit, going back to what I said about it takes a village and everything, because I mean, clearly, as you've just said, there is a lot that goes with such an undertaking, such a noble undertaking. How can we, the ordinary, so we've talked a little bit about donations and everything, but how are other ways that the average Bahraini can get involved in helping you guys out, or maybe even joining the society?
The society is open for everyone, believe me. And we love the people to involve themselves. They can come anytime. They can call us, me or Mr. Khalil and my brother Adil and any members. We welcome them. We personally go there and we welcome there. And please come in. From here, I'm telling you, please come visit us and be close to those children. And I'm sure you will repeat your experience with us once you come in.
Definitely. Well, I personally, I look forward to hopefully visiting you guys.
Yes, please.
To honestly commemorate you guys on all of the great work that you're doing.
Thank you so much.
And you've been doing it now for 11 years. It's an
Yes,
11
years,
anniversary,
Yep.
which is amazing. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Where do you see the society going in the future?
Well, we need more education. We have to educate the society. I mean, that social media helps us a lot, but still we are behind. We need more to be involved and more TV supporters as well, and other government organizations supporting us. Yes, this process is going on, and we are updating ourselves with a new technique where we can spread more and more and more. That's going on. And I'm very optimistic. It's because, as you know, that we have started with very, very limited resources. Today, we are having thousands of those volunteer people with us, plus helping those needy people. And yes, the numbers are increasing. I mean, that itself is give us sort of a hard work, but in a good way. So, inshallah, نقدر نواصل. Inshallah, we can continue this program for coming years.
Inshallah, and I mean, I definitely see it continuing in the future. As you said, I mean, this is a very social issue, and unfortunately, it can affect anyone, even when we're not expecting it. And you know, we are all part of one big family, especially in a country as small as Bahrain.
Exactly.
So again, I do want to say thank you so much for everything that you and your organization do, and
so much.
Thank you to everyone who is involved with it. Is there anything else that you would like to say to the viewers?
Well, just I would like to thank those which are really helping us. Some of them are really daily basis, monthly basis, as I say. Bahrainis are really generous on that. We need more support from everybody. Please support us. We need whatever we do based on what we get. And the more we get, the more we can spread it to those needy families as well as orphans we have. So please help us. That's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for joining us, Mr. Ali.
Thank you so much.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as you've seen, the Tree of Life Society is doing amazing work for the orphans, widows, and needy people of the Kingdom of Bahrain. So, be sure to get involved and stay tuned. We'll be back for more. Al Iman Private School hosted STEAM, a gallery event in which students presented the projects that they designed using science, technology, and mathematics. In the event, the winners will be announced. Let's check out the following report for more.
Under the patronage of His Excellency Engineer Ahmed bin Zayed Al Zayed Al Jalahma, President of Al Iman Private Schools, the school hosted STEAM, a gallery event, which is a challenging project for the students in which each student used creativity to come up with different innovations by the use of science, mathematics, electricity, and technology studies.
This event is mainly for the solar saving. The main effect for the main thing for this event that we transfer our students from the routine thinking to creative thinking. So we are here. We see about 30 projects. How can our students that they create thinking, they use STEAM, science and mathematics, arts, and to develop their thinking to create very good projects. It will be very good for the environment.
The projects focused on using solar energy. Projects included implementing this kind of energy in mosques, houses, and classrooms.
The event that we are here in today is about student projects, especially in the area of renewable energy and energy efficiency in the Iman private schools. I am a member of the expert panels that our role is to guide the student through the different stages of developing the projects, as well as in evaluating the winning projects. Of course, such activities is important to the Kingdom of Bahrain, and it's aligned very well with the current interest, the national current interest in moving to the renewable energy and the energy transitions. And it's an excellent opportunity to build the capacity between the young generations who's going to be living in the future.
Now we are under the title of Energy between Renewable and Rational Use of Energy. Okay? Under this title, students work to complete a project under two options: either production of energy from renewable resources or rationalization of energy consumption. In our school, contribute to enhancing the cognitive dimension by developing critical thinking skills in order to support the individual learning. At the same time, to help our students to achieve different skills, we apply a STEAM approach, which is a combination of science, mathematics, technology, and engineering.
Our project is the clean cafeteria for a school. In this time of the world, too much non-renewable energy gets used, like oil and petrol, and that damages our planet and there is too much pollution. To fix that, we used wind turbines that will produce for us renewable energy, and that renewable energy doesn't damage our planet. In our project, we have data and accounts that we calculate how much energy we needed and how much turbines we needed and the cost of it. At the last data, we counted that we need 7 turbines that will produce for us 1,040 kilowatt. And with that much energy, we can use it to light our cafeteria, and that will help reduce the pollution in our air and our work.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap for this episode. We've made it to the finish line. A huge thank you to all of our guests for joining us tonight, and another huge thank you to all of you watching us at home. As always, be sure to reach out to us on our social media accounts shown below. We absolutely love hearing from you. This was Khalid Idris. Until next time, good day and God bless.